minus 8 by 9, and you have 4 by 9. The next minor with a plus sign will be minus 8 by 9, 4 by 9, 1 by 9, 4 by 9. Next minor here will be with a negative sign, minus 8 by 9, 1 by 9, 1 by 9, minus 8 by 9. Next minor with a positive sign will be 1 by 9, 4 by 9, 4 by 9, 7 by 9. Next minor with a negative sign, minus 8 by 9, 4 by 9, 4 by 9, 7 by 9. Next minor with a positive sign will be minus 8 by 9, 1 by 9, 4 by 9, 4 by 9. See, we have got a big matrix here, that too with fractional values, right? In the determinants, you have got fractional values. In order to simplify your work, what you can do is you can take out 1 by 9 from the first row, and you can take out 1 by 9 from this row for each of these determinants, right?
Yes.
That will simplify your work a little. Tell me.
Which you have can take out 1 by 9 also.
You can take out?
1 by 9.
That's what I'm saying. You can take out 1 by 9. You can take out 1 by 9 from each of the rows. From the first row of each minor, you can take out 1 by 9. Here also you can take out 1 by 9. That will simplify your work a little. Okay, so let's take it out. So you've got plus 1 by 9 square you will get here into the determinant 4, 7, minus 8, 4. And here 1 by 9 into 1 by 9 will be 1 by 9 square. You get 4, 7, 1, 4. Again, 1 by 9 into 1 by 9 from the first row and the second row you can take common from this minor. You will get 4, 4, 1, minus 8. Similarly here, minus 1 by 9 square. You will get 1, 4, minus 8, 4. Again with a plus sign, minus 8, 4, 1, 4. With a minus sign, you get minus 8, 1, 1, minus 8. Again with a plus sign, 1, 4, 4, 7. Minus sign, minus 8, 4, 4, 7. And again with a plus sign, you get minus 8, 1, 4, 4. This matrix and with a transpose. So now what can I do? What I can do is I can, if you see, this scalar is multiplied by the entire matrix, right? 1 by 9 square. So you can take 1 by 9 square out from this matrix. So what will you get? You get is equal to 1 by 9 square times all this. You get 4, 7, minus 8, 4 with a plus sign. With a minus sign, 4, 7, 1, 4. Again with a plus sign, I have 4, 4, 1, -8. Next, with a minus sign, 1, 4, -8, 4. Again with a plus sign, I have -8, 4, 1, 4. With a minus sign, -8, 1, 1, -8. Again with a plus sign, 1, 4, 4, 7. With a minus sign, -8, 4, 4, 7. Again with a plus sign, -8, 1, 4, 4. And this matrix taken with a transpose. Okay, so ultimately here we find out the value of the determinants. You get 1 by 9 square. You will get 72 minus 9 minus 36 minus 36 minus 36 minus 63 minus 9 minus 63 minus 36. This entire thing with a transpose. And now you take the transpose. So you get 1 by 9 square into 72 minus 9 minus 36 minus 36 minus 36 minus 63 minus 9 minus 63 minus 36. What you also see is that from this matrix, all the elements of the matrix have one factor in common. What is that factor? It is 9. So you can take out the factor 9. So what are you left with? You're left with 8 minus 4 minus 1 minus 1 minus 4, 8 minus 4 minus 7 minus 4. So now what happens? This 1 9 cancels here. So simply get 1 by 9 times this. We have got the adjoint. So therefore, what should be A inverse? Therefore, A inverse is equal to 1 by determinant of A into the adjoint of A. Determinant value of A we had got above as -1. So 1 by -1 into adjoint of A we have got as 1 by 9 times this matrix. 8 minus 4 minus 1 minus 1 minus 4, 8 minus 4 minus 7 minus 4. So we ultimately get here. What was A transpose here? A transpose here we had got as this, right? 1 by 9 times this matrix. Here we have, see, you have a negative sign. So you take this negative sign inside this matrix. So you get 1 by 9 times -8, 4, 1, 1, 4, -8, 4, 7, 4. So now you see that A transpose here, A transpose here is equal to my A inverse here. Hence, A inverse is equal to A transpose is equal to 1 by 9 times -8, 4, 1, 1, 4, -8, 4, 7. That's it. Any question?
No, sir.
Such a
Yes.
matrix is, as I told you yesterday, such a matrix is also called an orthogonal matrix. A matrix in which A inverse is the same as A transpose is called an orthogonal matrix. Okay, that finishes our this part on matrices. We start with something new, and the new part is how to solve a system of equations. System of equations means given two simultaneous equations, or two simultaneous equations in two variables, or three simultaneous equations in three variables. Okay, the max that you are going to get is three variables and three equations. Okay, how to solve such an equation where two equations in two variables are given, or three equations in three variables are given. How to solve such equations by matrix inversion method. Okay, that is one part. Otherwise, if even if the solution is not given, you can check whether the system has a solution or not. With the help of matrix inversion, you can find whether the system of equations has a solution or not, or does not have any solution at all. Okay, so the rules of this, if you see, this is a very important chart. If you can remember, it's given in your textbook also. Okay, in order to find out system of, first of all, you must see this, that for a system of equations, the in the matrix notation, you can write the system of equations as Ax is equal to B, whose solution is x is equal to A inverse B. Okay, this you must remember. Okay, now once we know this, now we'll, in order to check whether the system has a unique solution or whether the system is consistent. Before we're moving to this, let's see this, what we mean by consistent system of equations. If a system has at least one solution, okay, if I remember, if a system has at least one solution, then the system is said to be a consistent system. Otherwise, if the system has no solution, it is said to be an inconsistent system. Okay, so inconsistent means no solution. Consistent means at least one solution exists. There can be infinite number of solutions also. Even then, the system is consistent because it has at least one solution. Okay, so this is what is meant by consistent. Now, also a unique solution. Now, what do you mean by unique solution? If a system of equations has exactly one solution, then it is said to have a unique solution. Okay, now let us check how to see. Let us see how to check whether the system is consistent or inconsistent or has a unique solution. Okay, so this is a chart that you should see. First of all, you will find out the determinant value of A. I will show you what the matrix A is if the system of equations is given. You will first find out the determinant value of A. In the determinant value of A, if you see that the determinant value of A is non-zero, you will say that the system has a unique solution. Okay. However, if the determinant value is zero, then the two cases arise. Either the system will have no solution, or the system may have infinite number of solutions. So under what condition will the system have no solution? Once you find out that A is equal to zero, next you find out the adjoint of A and you multiply it with B. And if you see that the adjoint of A into B is non-zero, then you say that the system has no solution. If, however, you find out determinant value of A is equal to zero, and then proceeding to find out the adjoint, and then you find adjoint of A into B is equal to zero, then you say that the system has infinite number of solutions. Okay, we'll see to all this in the examples. Okay, now there are two special cases that are given here. If B is a null matrix, if determinant value of A is non-zero, and if B is a null matrix, then the system will have only this solution: x is equal to y is equal to z is equal to 0. If B is a null matrix, also the determinant vanishes, then the system has infinitely many solutions. That is what you conclude. We shall not be using these two conditions much, but if it would help you to remember these two conditions, they may come in the exam. Okay, so let us proceed with the problems, and then we'll come back to the chart. Okay, so let us see this. Question number 1. Use matrix method to solve the system of equations. Now your first step will be to write down the equations in such a manner that x is below x and y is below y. You write it here: 4x minus 3y is equal to 11, and you write 3x plus 7y is equal to minus 1. Okay, so x is below x and y is below y. Now we form the matrices. Here we'll form the matrix A. What is the matrix A? Matrix A is formed by the coefficients of x and y. Okay, so matrix A here is 4 minus 3, 3, 7. Matrix A is formed by the coefficients of x and y. Okay. Matrix X we form. What is matrix X? Matrix X is a column matrix which consists of the variables x and y. Okay. And we also form the matrix B. The matrix B consists of the right hand part, that is 11 minus 1. Okay. The system can be written as, the system can now be written as Ax is equal to B, whose solution is x is equal to A inverse B. That means we will be required to find out the inverse of A. So let us find out the inverse of A. But before finding out the inverse of A, we need to find out the determinant value of A. Determinant value of A here is 4 minus 3, 3, 7. Okay. The determinant value of A, you compute it to be 37, which is not equal to 0. That means if determinant of A is not equal, let's go back to the chart. If determinant value of A is not equal to 0, then the system is said to have a unique solution. That means a solution exists. That means determinant solution exists. So we know that we can find out exactly one solution. Because we have we want to find out A inverse, now we'll find out adjoint of A. Adjoint of A is plus 7 minus 3 minus of minus 3 and plus 4 transpose. You know how to find out the adjoint? Given the matrix A, look at the matrix A and form the adjoint. So you get here 7 minus 3, 3, 4 transpose, which is equal to 7 minus 3, 3, 4. This is the adjoint we are getting. Okay. Now once we get the adjoint, now we'll proceed to find out inverse. So therefore, A inverse is equal to 1 divided by the determinant value of A into the adjoint of A. Determinant we have got as 37 and the adjoint is 7, 3, minus 3, 4. So we have managed to find out A inverse. So what is the solution here? X is equal to A inverse B, right? So X is equal to A inverse B implies, what is the X? X was a column matrix, XY. A inverse we just found out above to be 1 by 37 times 7, 3, minus 3, 4. And B matrix here was 11 minus 1. Okay, so now start multiplying these two matrices. So 1 by 37, you multiply these two matrices. I don't need to show you matrix multiplication now. You multiply these two matrices. You are going to get 74. 7 into 11 plus 3 into minus 1 will give you 74. Next, minus 3 into 11 plus 4 into minus 1 will give you minus 37. So you multiply 1 by 37 with 74, you will get 2. And you multiply 1 by 37 with minus 37, you will get minus 1. So what are you getting? You're getting x is equal to 2 and you're getting y is equal to 1. Fine. Any question? This is how we solve a system of equations. Yes, tell me. Any questions you have on this solution of a system of equation? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Then we move on to the next.
We were wrong,
What?
if three variables are given x, y, z,
Hmm.
and we are getting value of x and y, and z is coming like z is wrong.
Z is
Then how can we check it? Z
Z
is
is
not valid.
not valid. What do you mean by not valid?
Means like the answer of Z doesn't matches with the book wala answer.
No, all the answers should match. If it has a unique solution, then the answer must match. Unique solution means you'll get only exactly one solution. If there is a unique solution, even if it is x is equal to y is equal to z is equal to 0, even if all are 0, even then it should match. Otherwise, if there are infinitely many solutions, then maybe the book will give you one answer, you will get a different answer. But for unique solution, you will get the same answer throughout. Let's see the next set of equations, but this time we have three equations in three variables. Okay. So given here, if A is equal to this, find A inverse. So let's first find out A inverse. So given here, matrix A is 3 minus 2, 1, 2, 1, minus 3, minus 1, 2, 1. First find out determinant value of A. 3 minus 2, 1, 2, 1, minus 3, minus 1, 2, 1. Okay, so the determinant value of A here, you can find this out. You know how to expand a determinant is equal to 24, not equal to 0. That means if determinant value of A is not equal to 0 according to this chart, what should be? It has a unique solution. Fine. So we know this. Okay, so now we proceed to find out the adjoint of A. Adjoint of A, you can check this. All these transpose. That means adjoint you are getting here 7, 1, 5. You calculate the value of the determinants. Transpose. Okay, so this is what we are getting the value of A inverse. And that answers the first part of your question. That is, find A inverse. Next, using A inverse, solve the following system of equations. Let's write the system of equations. What system of equations are given here? The given system of equations is, write down x below x, y below y. 3x minus 2y plus z is equal to 2. 2x plus y minus 3z is equal to minus 5. Minus x plus 2y plus z is equal to 6. This is the given system. Now we form the matrices. First of all, if you see when you form the matrix formed by the coefficients 3, minus 2, 1, right? If you see here, you will get the matrix A. 3 minus 2, 1, 2, 1 minus 3, minus 1, 2, 1. So we call this matrix A. So here A is equal to 3 minus 2, 1, 2, 1 minus 3, minus 1, 2, 1. Next we form the matrix X, which is a column matrix. This time we have three variables, so X, Y, and Z. And we form the matrix B, formed by the right hand constants 2 minus 5, 6. So the given system can be written as AX is equal to B, whose solution is X is equal to A inverse B, right? Now A inverse we have already found out, just put the values here. X is XYZ matrix, column matrix. Now A inverse we have already found above. How much have we found above? A inverse, this matrix. So 7, 4, 5, 1, 4, 11, 5, minus 4, 7. And the matrix B here is 2, minus 5, 6. Okay, so now multiply these two matrices. 7 into 2 plus 4 into minus 5 plus 5 into 6. First row, first column. Second row, first column. 1 into 2 plus 4 into minus 5 plus 11 into minus 5. Third row, first column. 5 into 2 plus minus 4 into minus 5 plus 7 into 6. Okay. On multiplication, on addition and simplification, you will get this as, okay, here what was I getting? Inverse. Okay, 1 by, I forgot to write this 24 determinant value. Let's write it here. Adjoint I had found out. So inverse I had not found out. Okay, so A inverse was equal to 1 by determinant value of A into the adjoint of A is equal to determinant value was 24. And adjoint we found above to be 7, 4, 5, 1, 4, 11, 5 minus 4, 7. Okay, this was the inverse. So let's write it here. The inverse here was 1 by 24 times all this. So 1 by 24 was here. Okay, so here we also have 1 by 24. So now this becomes is equal to 1 by 24 times 24, 48, 72, which is equal to, now you multiply 1 by 24, you will get 1, 2, 3. So what are the values of X, Y, and Z? 1, 2, and 3. Hence, X is equal to 1, Y is equal to 2, and Z is equal to 3 is the required solution. Fine. Any question till this part?
No, sir.
No question. Fine. So I'll stop here then.